Around the world. Thanks for tuning in to another weekly episode of the Friday Night Panel. Tonight we are missing our moderator Graham. He's away on vacation, which is much deserved. So off to that gentleman. I hope he's enjoying his fine wine and caviar. Much deserved. And we're joined by always our strength and conditioning master here, Cedric Ben. Welcome, Cedric. Thanks for coming back to the Friday night panel. We will be joined by Tim Witherspoon again a little later on in the evening as he comes on, and we will be joined by a couple other people. So we're going to get right into it. We'll do it. We'll do one for Christian here. Here's a history lesson. Sometime in 1935, two guys fought 55 rounds and one guy lost. There's your history lesson for the day. that's our hats off to Christian. There you go, buddy. We kept up the history lesson for you. So guys, we're gonna get right into it, man. We're gonna talk about the weekly or the week's upcoming fights. I know you guys are just as excited as I am for these fights. So yeah, let's definitely check it out. We've got the first fight we're gonna talk about. Fight card is coming to us straight from Russia. And that's the Papazov versus Magomedov, Russian junior welterweight contender. Fedor Knockout Man Papazov hopes to add a signature win to his ledger this Saturday, August 7th, when he takes on countryman Arslan Magomedov in this 10-round main event from the RCC Boxing Academy in Yekaterinburg, Russia. I guess I got that right. I don't know. It sounded like I did. Papaz Magomedov will headline a scheduled 6-fight stream live and exclusively on ESPN Plus starting at 10 a.m. So guys, if you're up and ready and you can get up, it's going to be worth it. These guys are, you know what? These guys are knockout men. You're going to want to check out this. It is a 6-fight card. I'm not too familiar with too many names on this card, but you probably are going to want to check this out. Guys, these guys, even though we don't know their names, trust me, there are a lot of guys out there that can do some serious damage. I know Cedric is always on board with these knockout guys, but definitely, definitely. What I love about this, we've got Papazov, who is 22-4, and Magomedov is 7-1-1. Fedor, he's a beast, man. He's been around for a long time. So, guys, it's going to be a slugfest. He is the knockout man, so you're going to want to check that out. Also on that card, yeah, definitely, it's a great matchup, man. Arslan Magomedov, he's making headlines, man. He's been making headlines for a while now. I know I've profiled him on my show months back. Also on that same card, we have the vacant International Boxing Federation Youth Super Title and the vacant World Boxing Organization Pacific Youth Super Title or Light Super Title that are up for grabs in this fight against Ustian and Abraham.
Time out. For the youth super title, I didn't even know that was a title. What is there a certain age limit for the youth super
you
title?
know what? I guess there is. I've never actually checked it out. I know there are youth titles. Listen, man, there's 68 belts up for grabs in 17 different weight classes. It's hard to keep track of them all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's mind blowing. And I understand why people get so confused on who is what champion and what title is what, because it's at the end of the day, the minute you move up a weight class, you got to vacate your belts. Right? It's not like MMA where you get to keep it and you get to jump up and down and back and forth. No, you want to be the champ in this division. You be the champ in this division, and then you give up that division, and then you go become a champ in another division. So you start to get your ass, get your ass the belts. But yeah, so that's the first card coming out of Russia. Not too many people are gonna know that you got your ear to the ground like me, who's trying to watch for all these young cats coming out. There are some young and up-and-comers on this card. There's a couple of debuts, and there's a bunch of guys that are 1-0, 2-3, one draw. So it's the lower end of this card is going to be it's going to be all probably not streamed or televised. So it's going to be hard to find. But the card that I believe everybody wants to see is the one matchroom coming out of HQ Garden, Brentwood, Essex, United Kingdom. Another DAZN program, and that's going to be the Kid Galahad versus James Dickens 2. That's right, folks. You heard it. It's finally here. It is scheduled for August the 7th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And yes, you guys are gonna want to see this card. Believe me when I tell you,
So
this card has got everything that you want on
is
it.
that 2 p.m. our time or 2 p.m. UK time?
That's 2 p.m. our time, which if it's 7 o'clock UK time, but it's
Okay.
everything we've geared up for. The card has on it that we love. So not only do we get to see a dot for the vacant International Boxing Federation World Feather title against Galahad and Dickens, too, we get to see Fabio Wardley for the BBB of C English heavy title. Fabio Wardley coming off his last win on Fabio Wardley. I've been trying to contact him to get studio. This heavyweight bout's going to be great, man. Wardley's ranked 8th out of 37 now,
What?
36,092 in the world. He's only 26 years old. He's 11 knockouts, 6'5". His last fight he's coming off of was against Eric Mo, and he KO'd him in the 5th. I don't know if you watched that. That was back in March.
That's a good
Back in
again,
March.
Eric Molina. That's a good step up fight. That's a good step up fight. A good step up knockout, I should say.
Yo, that's it, man. That's it. He stopped him hard. That was a great fight. So definitely, this card is gearing up a great one to watch. And you know what I said, man? Matches make fights, and what can we say? The zone matchroom. They know what they're doing, man. And right now we're matchmaking, brother. What can we say? We can't knock it because nobody else. But yes, so honestly, Nick Webb, Fabio Wardley, can't 17-2. And the last time he was in the ring, he fought Eric, I think, and that was second round TKO, and that uh, the vacant international boxing title, and Pfeffer was down 3 times in the second round. This is going to be 2 guys coming in ready to slug it out, ready to really put on a good show. And you know what? It's the co-main event. Then we have on the same card. I know a lot of people are going to love this one. Ebony Bridges is back. The blonde bomber out of Australia caused a lot of controversy with her bikini style weigh-in. It was great. Everybody kind of shunned her about it, but really it doesn't matter. She came to thing. She fought Shannon Courtney. And she showed that she was a true champion. Getting that eye all swelled up and blackened and bruised. What a hematoma. I haven't seen one like that in many fights. But yeah, she's on this card facing Beck Connolly. I'm not too familiar with Connolly, but she is 3 wins, 9 losses, and she's on this card. So guys, for a good card to see, man, definitely Kid Galahad, James. Want to see this one? Dickens believes that Galahad's inactivity major factor in their for the featherweight world title this Saturday. At the top of the bill, the Matchroom HQ. Galahad 27 knockouts, hasn't fought since Claudio Murillo in 8 at the Sheffield Arena back in February of 2020-19 pandemic hit the UK. Whilst Dickens' last outing came in the MTK Global Golden Contract Featherweight Final in December of 2020. 30-3 with 11 knockouts, career at the hands of Galahad. down at the Super in a challenge for the British title in September of 2013. Many could say is psychological. And Dickens says the first thing can have no bearing on what happens. Fight Camp 2 headliner this weekend. Guys, you hear it here. Just go out there. Wi-Fi is bad. Whose Wi-Fi is bad? Ray. Ray, thanks for tuning in. That's awesome. Thanks for showing up. Uh, Wi-Fi is bad, man. It must be my hotel. It seems to have crappy Wi-Fi, guys. Sorry about that. Cedric, no, we can't even see you, brother. Unfortunately, he's having some issues with his internet. Looks like I'm having issues with my internet too because my hotel sucks. Guys, if you're looking for good Wi-Fi, don't go to the Toronto Don Valley Hotel. It really sucks. Yeah, you heard that here on the Friday night panel. Master A versus Fox going to be a good fight tomorrow. Master A is very accomplished amateur, and I expect him to get the early KO. Thank you, Aiden Sim. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. That's another big fight that's going to be great. I almost forgot about that one. That should be a great fight, actually. Yeah, Cedric, we can finally see you. I don't know if we can hear you. Apparently, my interview. That's because I guess I didn't pay for the royal suite at the friggin' Toronto Don Valley. But yeah, guys, it's gearing up to be an amazing fight weekend. You know what it's at, man. You know what we're doing. I've been talking about it for almost 12 minutes straight. I don't know, Cedric, if you know too many of these guys.
um,
So
I remember, not familiar with all their fighting styles, but I do remember the names, and I do know that they're all action-packed fights. It's good to see that who's the promoter for this? Is this a DAZN? Is this a DAZN promotion?
yeah,
Anyways, it
the
doesn't
uh,
doesn't matter.
the
I'm
Galad,
just
yeah,
saying.
it's the zone. It's the zone.
I just just in general, man. I just like to see the nice even matchups. They're gonna be guys that stand toe to toe, and a few boxes in there too, man. So not no high profile, household names fighting, but some names that will still get the crowd pleased just because of their fighting styles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. Honestly, I want to speak about one of the cards that I just finished watching. Actually, it was at Falls Park, Belfast, Northern Ireland, United Kingdom. It was on USA, ESPN Plus. That was Michael Conlon and TJ Duhaney for the WBA interim world feather title. I'd like to
Mm.
say that Team Conlon came through with the win. So he's staying undefeated. Also on that card, Lee McGregor versus Vincent Legrand, EBU European Bantam title. And McGregor came through with the W there. Also on that same card, the vacant uh, WBO Intercontinental Super Light title was up for grabs. Tyrone McKenna came through with the win over Jose Felix. Guys, what a great card. I urge you to go and check this out.
Quick
Patty Donovan
question.
was also on this card.
Quick
I
question.
profiled
Quick
him.
question. Quick question about even for you, Mike, and also for the chat. Mike Conlon, what is your opinion? What is your opinions on Mike Conlon coming out of the 2016 Olympics? There was a lot of hype around him, signed to top rank. Um, I haven't got the chance to really study him too close, so I'm curious to know what people think out there. I'm surprised by now. I thought he'd be more on a bigger stage. He's kind of like the card that I didn't even realize he was fighting on that card that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
He's
what's your take on
he,
that?
what's my take is, you know what? I'm going to agree with one of our guys here that's talking. Ray, he is rubbish, definitely. Um, he does lack power in the ring, and his ring IQ is kind of shit. Um,
Hmm.
but what I didn't like, man, too many low blows. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know where the ref was. I don't know what match he was watching, but it is what it is. What can you do about it? But yeah, he does. Oh, Ray agreed with me there. Yes, Ray, he does lack power, and he does lack ring IQ for sure. There was a lot of hype around him, and you know what? Yeah, man, so
Well,
many low
I
blows in
mean,
this match.
going to the sorry, just to answer two things there. Well, not to answer, it wasn't a question, but two things. Um, I forget what round he made it to at the Olympics, but I think he made it whatever to the quarterfinals, or I don't know if he made it to almost the medal round. But he does have some boxing skills. I, I I think there was a lot of to say he was a hype job is I think it kind of means he's not that good. I think he's good. Making it that far in the Olympics, you're not a garbage boxer. But I just thought by now at the professional level that he would be making a little bit more of an impact, especially at that 126-pound division where nobody really stands out.
Right.
I just thought he'd be bigger by now.
Right. Ray says that the last 8 is what he made it to. I think is what he's talking about. So he
Oh,
made it to the
okay,
last 8.
okay. I'll bring back.
Ray says Cedric, his ring IQ hasn't developed with experience. So
Okay, okay,
yeah,
interesting.
he's definitely not a garbage boxer though. Because you know what, to be an Olympian, you got to have some sort of skill, man. So it's just whether or not that skill is developed from when he was an Olympian. And from what I saw, it wasn't.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
there was a lot of low, but he definitely doesn't have that power, man. And it was a shitty fight, man. It was a shitty fight.
So
They gave it to him. Yeah, honestly, Lee McGregor, Vincent Legrand, that was good. The Tyrone McKenna fight was good against Jose Felix. Guys, go out and watch, man. Honestly, watching, I had them one time. I just enjoy them. Um, Aiden says he's known for low blows to that's what got him. That's what got me riled up. You know what? Honestly, I don't even know how many low blows there was, but I'm thinking there might have been at least. I'm saying at least 15 low blows, maybe 20 in between there. It was kind of upsetting to watch. Uh, he should have done something. There should have been something done there. But unfortunately, what can you do? It's been done. The hand has been raised, the belt has been put around the waist. So what can we do except hope that he gets his ass kicked the next time he steps in the ring and loses that belt? That's all we can hope for. Maybe a match. Who knows? But yeah, weekend. Make sure you get I know there's a ton of fights that are not being televised again, or even streamed, so it's a little upsetting. So guys, don't forget, we got this card in Russia. Go check it out. Uh, Papazov versus Magomedov. That's going to gear up to be a big one, man. We got Mr. Knockout. I like watching this guy. I hope he's got another fancy win to his repertoire of fancy wins. It should be great to watch. Great to see. Oh, Ray, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah,
How
I'm
you
alright, man.
doing,
You
man?
okay?
How you doing? Thanks
Yeah.
for joining me, man. I lost everybody here, man. Yeah, man. So did you end up watching that card with Michael Conlon?
No, I didn't. I know about the results. I didn't
Yeah,
end up
it's
watching it. I'll
there
watch
were
it
too many low
at
blows
some
for me,
point
man.
because it's nearly one. It's almost 12:30 here. So when I wake up Saturday, I'll
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah. There's a lot of low blows. It'll kind of piss you off. I'll tell you that much. Yeah,
Well, I'm
it's
not a massive Conlon fan, as
nah,
you can tell.
yeah,
I'm a big Lee McGregor fan. I think Lee McGregor's going to go places.
yeah. You know what? Honestly, he looked good, man, in that fight. He looked really good. I couldn't, and tomorrow. What are your thoughts on tomorrow's card, man? Dickens Galahad too.
I think Galahad will beat Dickens. Galahad's a quality fighter.
Yeah,
The problem I've got with Galahad, he isn't busy enough. He's busy enough in fights, but he's got a lot of skills. He's a very good operator. Dickens has improved. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
I don't think he's got enough about him to beat Galahad. To beat Galahad, I think
right.
Galahad will beat Dickens again. He's already beaten before. I think he'll beat him again. Galahad's got
Yeah,
far superior skill, far superior ring IQ. You control the distance well using his feet. It's just
yeah,
whether or not he can be a little bit more active. Can he be a little bit more aggressive? That's a question mark I want to see answered tomorrow night.
yeah. Well, see, and then everybody's talking about the fact that he hasn't been in the ring in a while either, right? Galahad.
It's not
He's
going to make
fought.
too much of a difference.
Yeah, think it's going to make too much of a difference. I think it's going to gear up to be a great card. There's lots of good on the card, man. We got Jesus fighting again. That should be fun to watch. Let's see what she ends up doing. If she ends up getting her eye smacked in or smacking somebody, you're up to be this girl.
I agree. That'll be a fun. I mean, I'm not too keen on our opponent, because I remember when she came on our show.
I'm not sure who she is. I know she doesn't have a winning record. She's 3-9, so I'm sure this is. I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be a bounce back fight after her loss to Shannon Courtney.
Yeah, and that's what it is. So let's see what she can do, and because she's still got a lot to prove in the ring, Ebony Bridges, and I like Ebony Bridges. As you know, she come on my show, and she could interview on our show. But I want to see what she can do now. What else has she got? She needs to show something. She's only had 6 fights.
Yeah.
If she thinks she's world title class, we need to see something from her. So it's going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I believe it's a total tune-up fight for sure, 100%. To give her that confidence back after that loss she suffered to Courtney. But you know what? I give it to them. That fight, Courtney and Bridges was a battle, man. It really solidified a lot for women's boxing. It was truly a wicked match, and it's definitely get her back in contention to really do some real damage. So I'm thinking that's going to be a quick stoppage. I don't think that's going to go too far. They don't even have. I don't even think they've. They don't even say how many rounds it is. It's only 2-minute rounds or something like that.
Probably, what for Ebony Bridges?
What's that?
For Ebony Bridges, you're on about?
Ebony Bridges. I was checking it out.
It's probably got 6 rounds.
It's probably going to be a few. It's probably be like six rounds or something like that. 6 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I said. 6. Yeah.
This Beck Connolly, I don't. This time she fought was against Rema Ali. And that was back in March, and she lost. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what goes on. Also, who else is on that card? We have. It's a big card. Oh, Fabio Wardley and Nick Webb for the.
How do you see that fight going?
Honestly, I think I see Wardley taking that. I think I see Wardley taking that, and I see stoppage. I don't think it's going to go the distance. He's coming off that win off of Eric Molina, which wasn't super impressive, but I do rate Wardley. I do think he's got a lot more than he's ever shown us. I don't think he's truly been tested yet, but I do believe he's got some talent, and there's not too many super talented heavyweights out there.
Yeah, there's a handful. There's a handful.
There's a handful of guys. And there's a bunch of guys that are lackluster. So you know what? It'd be nice to see him come out and show us something that's really really special. Because honestly,
that he's got to take it to Webb. He's got to take it to Webb. Yeah. This could be his coming out party.
Yeah, that's what
I think he finds. He leaves a lot wanting. But I think this is going to be a really interesting fight. If he comes out aggressive and he takes it to Webb, he could find that Webb's like a rabbit in the headlights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he steps on it, he could get him out of there. But Wardley leaves a lot to be desired. I didn't think he was that good against Molina. He looked a bit lazy. No, it was only when Molina tagged him that he started to go through the gears and get him out of there.
I think it takes him a lot. Sometimes I believe it takes him a little bit too much time to get going. I believe he's slow to start, and it almost takes him getting tagged to really wake up. And that can be dangerous against a guy like Webb. It can be very dangerous for him. Webb's no joke. It's definitely gonna be a task for him. I don't know too many of the other guys on this card. We got Fiaz and Baldo Spino. Not too sure who those guys are.
Yeah, Fiaz is a British guy coming through. Yeah.
What's the deal with these guys? Anything about them, or are they just
Yeah,
filler?
so Faz is a British guy coming through.
Okay.
They're expecting things from him, not big things, but they're expecting things from him. He's not a bad fighter. I don't know too much about his opponent, but his opponent looks as though he's coming to win. He's coming to fight.
Okay.
He's got a
So
winning record. So
Okay.
this will be an interesting fight for him. We've seen lots of upsets in our country before, especially
Yeah.
over this lockdown period. We saw a lot of upsets. So hopefully there's not one on the card here. Then you've got there's another quite intriguing fight on there as well.
Fisher and Whitaker.
Well,
That's another
that's
heavyweight.
Johnny
Another
Fisher.
heavyweight
That's
not on
Johnny
that card.
Fisher at heavyweight. I
Yeah.
think that's his third fight.
Yeah, it's his third fight.
Third
against
or maybe
Whitaker.
third fight. So he's expected to win that with flying colours.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna see any issues there. He should come through with that. He's a big ticket seller.
Right.
He's a very big ticket seller, and I think a lot of people are going to be looking at him, thinking that somewhere down the line he could be going for a British title.
Yes. Could be. The other one on there is Babbitt and Bennett, I believe.
Yeah, that was the other fight I was thinking of. So that's Alan Babbage, who's he's a heavyweight. He's up against Mark Bennett. Babbage is one of those guys that really should be a cruiserweight. Right. Yeah, I think he weighed in at 210 pounds. In my opinion, he's a cruiserweight. He's not the biggest, but he's very explosive. He's very aggressive. He sits on your chest. I don't think he's going to go too far, but boy, is he exciting. The
Did
guy
he fight a couple weeks ago?
Sorry?
Did he fight a couple of weeks ago? Did he come in wearing the Viking mask? Was that the same guy?
He does wear a mask. Yeah, he fought on the Ritson card. So he fought in June. He fought in June. Yeah.
He's like 7-0 or something like that.
Yeah, 7-0.
Yeah. Yes,
he's
that guy.
He's a European guy, bald.
Yeah.
So it looks a bit like you, Mike.
Yeah, sort of looks like me.
Yes. I remember him. He's a power puncher, destroyer.
Yeah. So he's lacking a bit in skill, but he brings it. He's entertaining for the fans. He really is entertaining, and his interviews are entertaining. He's managed by Dillian White.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
He's managed by Dillian White. So
the Croatian Savage, man. That's what he is.
Yeah. So this one, he should win this fight, but I want to see him, if he's serious, I want to see him drop down to cruiserweight and have a good run at cruiserweight.
You know what? I'd like to see that. He definitely would be. I think he'd be a force to be reckoned with in cruiserweight if he dropped down.
I think his only problem would be financially. You know, obviously the bigger fights would be at heavyweight, and I think, judging by his last fight and his record, I think he's knocked out every opponent that he's had, or almost. Or maybe one person's gone the distance with him. Maybe I'm assuming he has the confidence in his power to get him through in that heavyweight division, similar to Deontay Wilder, only being at 215 pounds, but still.
What I would say about the money, Cedric, is you got to remember he's still a baby, 7-0. He's still a baby. So
yeah.
If he was having that resume at cruiserweight, financially he's not going to be that much worse off because of the level of opponents. It's when he starts stepping up the British level. Obviously he's not from Britain, he's from Croatia. So, but what I mean is when he gets to the top of that domestic level, when he's fighting the better domestic guys in the UK, he's going to find himself at a disadvantage, a serious disadvantage. So in my opinion, that's when he's best off stepping down to cruiserweight and then going from there.
That makes sense. 5.
Yeah, man, I just got to reset my browser. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to reset it. This is horrible. I'll be back in a moment, gentlemen.
So Cedric, I mean, will you be watching this card then?
Yes, definitely. Starts at 2:00 our time tomorrow. So are you guys gonna be doing a show right after? Last bell?
We'll be doing one on the Sunday.
On the Sunday, yes.
Because
Okay,
because there's a few of us doing different things on Saturday night, so we'll be doing one on the Sunday. Just to review the card, but this fight camp's going to be interesting because of it's not necessarily the fights per se, it's the journey potentially for those who win. A good example being Sharon Bridges on this card. Obviously, the Dickens and Galahad fight's a world title fight for a vacant title. Babbage, who we've just been talking about, if he wins, where does he go? Cedric's made a really good point. He'll probably just end up campaigning at heavyweight, but if he's smart, he might want to step down to cruiserweight. So that's why fight comes so fascinating. Plus, they're still doing that bubble situation, and I think that's good in a way because it creates tension, it creates stories. I don't know whether you guys know much about the last fight camp and know much about the issues Carl Frampton has with his former trainer and his former manager and promoter. Shane McGuigan, his former trainer and his former promoter, Barry McGuigan.
I don't know the details behind it. I've heard
so
rumblings about it, but I don't know the details.
When Tommy McCarthy was fighting Chris Billum Smith, Tommy McCarthy had Carl Frampton in his corner because Chris Billum Smith, his opponent, was trained by Shane McGuigan and also managed by Barry McGuigan. So when they were wrapping their hands, when Chris Billum Smith was wrapping their hands, Carl Frampton went into his dressing room to have a look to unsettle the nerves, and then the other way around. So when Tommy McCarthy was having his hands wrapped, Barry McGuigan went into his went into his locker room. So it's fascinating for those kind of things. It really ups the ante, pays attention. Yeah.
It is very interesting. Very interesting. The main event. Sorry, remind me. The main event on this card is
Galahad Dickens.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you remember, it was Lee Wood versus Zukan last week. Yeah.
Yes.
So for the same division, Galahad and Dickens, possibly the winner could fight Lee Wood if the Zukan rematch doesn't go through. So that's another reason why it's fascinating. This is what I'm saying. It's more about the stories afterwards.
Yes. So I guess they have to wait around to see what Zhu Shen does next. And we were talking last week about that was I couldn't, the fight cut out live for me, so I had to watch it the next day on YouTube. But watching it, it was systemically, he picked up the pace, and the beating that he put, the way that he stopped him. People were saying that he Zhu Shen is not going to want the rematch, but I just think the boxer's pride, he's going to want to get his belts back, and again, just coming back to the.
But there's nowhere else to go for him, right? Really.
Yeah, exactly. Where does he go?
Yeah, not just that. We've seen Deontay Wilder take a worse beating off. Deontay Wilder took a worse beating off Tyson Fury, and then he came back and he wanted a rematch. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just assuming that Zhu Shen is going to want that rematch.
What does Can have to go to?
Nothing.
What does Can have to go back to anyway? He's going to have to take the rematch. I'm pretty sure we talked about this on last bell, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
So, yeah, we can hear you. We were just talking about the significance of the main event tomorrow. The significance of the main event tomorrow.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I do believe Zucan's going to take that rematch because really there's not much else for him out there. It's kind of like he takes history, fades to black, right? There's
Are
not
they
too much
both?
out there
Are they
for him.
both in the same? Are they both within the same promotional company? Just so there's no conflict there. Zhu Shan.
Who?
I'm talking Lee Wood and Zhu Shan for the rematch.
No, Zucan's with Golden Boy, and then Lee Woods with Eddie Hearn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
another big card though. Big fights is going to be the Colazao and the Staninis. I don't know if you guys are going to watch that card.
Collazo.
Which
He's
card's this?
always.
Sorry.
The Colazzo and Staninis on Fox Fight TV August 7th.
Oh, this is Colazzo's last fight, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely gonna have to watch this. You know,
Time out. What do you mean his last fight? Did he announce this is going to be his final match?
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's going to go all out. This is
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be Saturday night for us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is gonna be his last fight, man. You know, he's hard hitting welterweight contender. You know, he's gonna square off against the former world champion, and it's gonna be great, man. And it's gonna be his last fight. I can't wait to see this. On Fox PBC Fight Night begins at 8 p.m.
Okay.
So
Starts at 8.
Yeah, starts at 8 p.m. You know how Fox does this all the time. They're only going to show 2 or 3 fights on a card that probably has 8 or 10 fights on it anyway, because that's how they like to do it in the States.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, though, Mike, there's some interesting fights. I mean, interesting fighters. Ryan Call's on that bill.
Yeah.
Devin Alexander's on that bill.
Really?
Yeah, Devin Alexander's on the bill.
Okay.
Yeah, he's coming back in a 10-rounder. Ryan Call, he's coming back against a guy who's got 18 wins, 17 defeats. Ryan Call, for those that don't know, he's the kid that got beat off.
The Cowboy.
Yeah. He got beat off Barrios, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Barrios put a number on him. Wow.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the Mastery is going to be on there. 3-0, 3 knockouts. Can't wait to see him. Actually, that's going to be good. Yeah, man. This is a great card. Unfortunately, you know, because it's PBC and it's going to be shown on Fox, it's going to be hard. The lower end cards. You know, it's upsetting. We're probably going to see only the last two events on that card. So hopefully it's going to be a great event. But it's a full Saturday. We've got all Saturday to watch fights. It's going to be great. That being said, man, I don't think our guests are coming. I think Tim Witherspoon is having technical difficulties. He was supposed to join us today. Along with, we were supposed to be joined by a gentleman who is working with all the promotion companies out there. We're going to try and get him in next week. I believe his name is Andy, and he works with Golden Boy and Top Rank and Matchroom, and he works with all the promotions. So it'd be nice to get to talk to him. It's going to be it'll be a great event. Also, Cash Ali is supposed to be joining us next week. Finally, to him, definitely want to talk to him.
Was he not supposed to be coming on today?
Coming off the he canceled last minute and then booked for next week.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with him. He must be loving the fact that he's wearing that. He must be partying. Either that or he's training his ass off. One or the other, right? Well, what can it be? You know what? It off a little early this evening, I guess. Well, not too early. And Ray, thanks for bailing me out when it was just me by myself. Thanks for joining me, brother.
Always, man.
Much appreciated. Much love. If you want to see Ray, check him out on Last Bell Boxing. He's one of the regulars over there. Make sure you check them out. They're a great bunch of guys out of the UK. Knowledgeable. They know their stuff. Lots of fun. We're always here to help them, and they're here to help us. It's great. It works out wonderful. Cedric, I guess your phone cut off. You're gone. So fight fans watching around the world. To Aiden, thank you for all the comments and all the talking along the side, man. Yes, you have a lot of good points. Next time, click that link and join us, man. If you want, it was up there. I urge you to do that. Jump on and have a talk with us, man. That's how we do it here. And again, fight fans, it's another wonderful Friday night panel, and it's time to get to work and watch these fights so that you guys don't have to, and we can bring you all the results. And don't forget to tune in for Sunday's knockout of the week we're we're going to be picking that great knockout, the wonderful knockout. We're going to see who's going to win that. So join me and Cedric. That's at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Aiden, definitely okay next time. Enjoy. Yes, join next time for sure. Click the link. We'll send it to you. And yeah, Ray, thank you again. Fight fans around the world. It's your boy Mike Orr for the Friday night panel. And tune in next week. Same time, same channel.